to my video lecture series. This is Muthuminal, our Assistant Professor from the Department of Agricultural Engineering at SNS College of Technology. Today we'll see about the topic Overview and Classification of Surveying that comes under the unit uh, History of Surveying under the subject Surveying and Leveling for the students of second year, third semester. So, uh, I like to have a small introduction and basic concepts that you guys have to know before knowing something about surveying. From the name itself, we all can identify what is survey, right? The survey is nothing but the collection of raw data. So, if we are in terms of collecting data, what we'll do? We'll either go and give away certain flyouts and ask them to fill it and give us and nowadays if we want to collect some feedbacks, we are sharing up a Google form and we are asking you all to give us a feedback through the Google form. So either the survey of the data could be collected in a manually or by digitally, but that is not considered at introduction of surveying, which is purely dealing with that of the field. The word survey is always meant of collecting data, that is correct, but here what we are going to do in the sense, we are going to collect the data that are identifying the practical location of a field, because as an agriculturist or as a civil engineer we always depend upon the field, right? So the field that is going to help us in collecting crop yields or crop estimates and everything, and also the field that is going to help us to build away the development of own structures. So the field is always responsible and we have to locate the field. Why we have to locate it? Because whenever I go and see a place, that place won't be similar after 2 years. That is a minimum of 2 years, because there will going to be a change in the growth of vegetation and everything. In that scenario, it is very difficult for us to identify our own plot. That is why while documenting, the every plot will be mentioned from degrees and angles and how many distance it is available at the border of that point. So that is how we always document the data that have been identified at the initial stages. So those documents play as a vital role. In order to document it, it is very mandatory for us to survey a data or survey a field. So that is what surveying. Okay, so surveying in means of simplifying it, it is nothing but art of determining the relative position of points on, above or beneath the surface of earth. So it is achieved by three kinds. One is measurement of distances, that is how much length it is available at one direction, and the next one is at what direction, that is measurement of direction, and the next one is measurement of elevation, because no surface will be plain. The surface always will be in an undulated manner. So if we have to level it, we have to know the elevation that is available. So it is mandatory for us to identify the elevations too. So this limitation has been carried out with the representation of ground features at the so how we are going to limit ourselves with the representation of ground features is going to be set at the near future. Fine. So the next one is, what does survey means? Initially, I have said that it is some kind of collection of data, right? So that is the art of making measurements of the relative position of natural and man-made features on the earth's surface, and the presentation of this information either graphically or numerically. Okay, so it is nothing but the identification of the data while considering the earth's surface as a circular one. Initially we were considering them as planar, right? So we all do know that the our ground surface is geodetic, so it's always circular. So how we have to measure in the sense, like as I have shown here, in order to get the accurate results, we have to measure the circumference of the earth. From the measurement of the earth and the distance, we have to identify the angle so that we can form an equation and then identify the distance. Since as I am saying here, you guys would have felt very difficult, right? It is not possible for us to identify the center point of the angle, because we have to deal with the depth that is going to be underground. So in means of simplicity, what we have to do here in the sense, we have to consider the surface as plane so that we can identify the distance between the 2 points easily without identifying the inclinations. This is the concept that we are going to see at the near future. So as the basic, what I have said here is I have given you what is survey, what is a main introduction dealt in survey, and what is a concept that is involved in survey. Either we have to identify the earth as circular one or as a plane one. How we can measure it? The measurement can be done by three kinds, that is measurement of the direction, measurement of distance, and the measurement of elevation. So with this, I'll stop for today's session. I'll see you at the next class. If you guys have any kinds of doubt or anything, ping me anytime. Thank you.